You practice 3 hours a day, every day this week like I asked. That's what my Soviet-trained teacher asked me at the beginning of every lesson I had with her when I was 11 years old. She knew the fastest way for me to learn the violin was to apply her methods every day, but was I doing it correctly? I'll answer that after I show you those same methods so you can learn to play the violin quickly in 2024. You've probably heard the saying, practice makes perfect, right? Well, that's false. What if you're running through your music, top to bottom, only to stop whenever you make a mistake to correct it once, then move on? You don't do that, do you? You see, all that does is engrave your mistakes into your muscle memory, which will take twice as much time to fix later. You can get faster by practicing in layers, which is what my teacher taught me as a kid. Here's how it works. Pick one variable to tackle for 5 minutes. It can be intonation, tone, relaxation, shifting, vibrato, or any other technical or musical aspect of your piece. Do nothing but think about that variable throughout a short passage of music and repeat it for 5 minutes or until it's perfect. I'll break down how I practice this passage from Golden Hour. First, you start with the intonation layer, which I like to do with an open string. If you can't quite hear when it's in tune with an open string, go ahead and use a tuner. Once you get that finger in tune, you're going to hold it for about 60 seconds. Now I can go on. During this time, I'm going to make sure I'm in tune and also relaxed everywhere, especially the right shoulder. That is the first place we'd like to tighten up. So it's going to sound like this when we're finished. Now that we've done our intonation layer, we can do a martelé layer. Martelé is French for hammered, so you want to imagine as if you're throwing your arm nice and relaxed, but you're still throwing it with the weight in the string. Martelé is really good for coordination between left and right hand because right after you finish one note, you can have your left hand and right hand prepare for the following note. So watch this. Right after I finish that note, my bow arm goes to the E string because that's the next pitch. Watch this. And right after I finish that E string, my first finger is ready to go because the F sharp is next. I'm already on the A string for the second finger. So you can see how the left hand and right hand are preparing. They're just there way early. That helps us coordinate both hands together and make sure that there's plenty of time to prepare for the next note. After the martelé layer, you're going to do détaché, which is really great for thinking about relaxing your arm, both arms really. So it would sound like this. Now what I can do is I can do the détaché again, but try to add a little bit of shape and color. So let's add some music to it. Lead up to that G sharp. Next layer I can spend a few minutes on is going to be the vibrato layer. Sounds like this. can speed it up. So by practicing in layers like this, you can focus on relaxation, coordination, intonation, anything that's really giving you a problem. Break it down to the very simplest variable and just focus on that for about 5 minutes. This gives your mind one goal to focus on and improve without trying to make everything perfect all at once. Nobody can do that. Not even my Soviet-trained teacher, Vesna Grootman, can do that. She was the best teacher I've ever had in any discipline. After she asked me if I'd practiced enough that week, I confessed eventually that no, I hadn't. I knew she'd be able to tell I hadn't practiced enough after she heard me anyway, so what was the point of lying? She'd then tell me, you need to make this a priority in your life. You have the potential to become amazing, and I have the tools to teach you, but you must apply them diligently every day. So, fellow violinists, I'm telling you, you have the potential to sound good, and I have the tools to teach you, but you have to apply them perfectly and consistently. I teach fundamentals like these in my course, Violin Jumpstart, which you can check out by clicking on the link in my description. So click on that now and let me know what you think of it. Until then, practice perfectly.